Hey you guys, today we're going to be removing the Camaro's front bumper, and I'll give you guys a step-by-step direction of how to do it. You will need some basic tools: jack stand, axle stands, socket wrench with different various sizes of sockets. You'll need a torque wrench for your wheels. Now the reason why I'm doing this is because I've been caught twice without my front license plate. And the first time was a warning, the second time I got fined, but a very light fine. The officer had the opportunity to revoke my license, impound my car, and before that gets any worse, I want to put the license plate on. Now there's a member in the Camaro 5 forums. He had a very good idea of placing magnets behind the bumper, and it can basically magnetize the front license plate. Now this would be ideal if you attend car shows and you want to be able to take it off at any time without drilling holes into the bumper. So let's get started.
So the first thing you need to do is make sure the handbrake is applied and there are blocks at the rear wheels. Then using your tire iron, start loosening the lug nuts. Using your floor jack, jack up the car. Then place an axle stand under it. Once the axle stand is in place, lower the floor jack and make sure your car is stable. Proceed in removing all your lug nuts. Using your legs, lift the tire up and pull it out. Do this for both wheels.
With the car off the ground, we can start removing the screws holding the bumper onto the car.
The first thing you have to remove is a 10mm bolt located on the top of the fender. Next, remove 3 plastic rivets on each side of the bumper, both sides totaling up to 6. If you have a trim removal tool, I would suggest using that, otherwise I am using a knife and a tack. 2 more 10mm bolts at the bottom of the bumper. Next, in the wheel wells going towards the bumper, there are 3 torque screws. Remove them with Torx bit. On the top of the wheel well, there's another plastic rivet. Remove that. There's also one located directly at the side, near the engine. After those rivets are removed, peel back the wheel well.
Okay, this next part is tricky, and this is why I took off the wheel well. There are 3 screws facing towards the bumper, and they're near the top. So you have to reach up to get them, otherwise, yeah, you can barely see it.
After removing the 3 10mm bolts, you only have 2 more bolts left. The one I am pointing to is a 7mm bolt. This is running upwards. Unscrew that one. There is also another bolt behind the bolt I am pointing to. This bolt behind, hidden, is also a 10mm.
Okay you guys, that does it for one side of the bumper, and now it's on to the next.
By now you should have a collection of rivets and bolts. Make sure you tally them all together. You should have 1 from the top of the bumper, 1 from the lower part of the bumper, 3 plastic rivets holding on the top of the bumper, 3 Torx screws holding the wheel wells, 4 more 10mm bolts, 1 7mm bolt, and 2 plastic rivets holding in the wheel well.
Now that all the screws are off, we can proceed to take off the bumper. However, there's one more step. Beneath the passenger side of the bumper, there's a harness that connects to the fog lights. You want to make sure you disconnect it before pulling it off.
Bumper is removed, and my Camaro is left looking like a red lobster. Make sure you place your bumper down on something soft. I have a foam mat under mine.
So as you can see, this is the stock license plate holder. This is usually drilled onto the bumper, but I melted two of these holes, and I put in N42 very strong earth magnets. They have 10 pounds of force each. So the idea is to have 2 magnets placed on the back side of the bumper, and on the front side snaps like this. So really, really powerful. And let's see how this works.
I siliconed the magnets to the bumper, and I'm gonna let it cure overnight.
Okay, with the bumper reinstalled and all the bolts in place, I'm going to now lower the car. Remember to remove your axle stands and properly torque your wheel lugs to 100 foot-pounds of torque.
Now when tightening your wheel lugs, make sure you do it properly. Using a crisscrossing action, I like to picture it as I'm drawing a star.
Okay you guys, so I'm going to show you how exactly it's supposed to work. So I let the silicone cure overnight, so now the magnets are stuck in place inside the bumper, and now I have my license plate here, and I'm going to slip it on to the grill, and voila. So this is, I have now 4 magnets, so it equals 40 pounds of force to pull it off, like that. Under driving conditions it shouldn't fall, but I will do a test run and see how it works. So yeah, that's it.